then we can go ahead to add the modal to this add tracking, so that when you click on the add tracking, it bring up your pop-up or the modal that allow you to create the shipment. And then once you create it, it's added to the table. Once you add to the table, you start it. All this are done using modal. So now we know how to open the modal, close it. So let's just go ahead to do that for the add tracking button. Alright, we are gradually getting closer to our finished product. Now we just need to work on this modal, which is this track product, create shipment, where the user can create their shipment. So the same thing applies. So just for you to add the components, see if it is working, then check the documentation for the code to do that. And if you have already have the code already, just copy it from one place using another place. Then you're all good to go. So now let's jump right on it. Alright, so we just go right here and then create the components that we're going to be using to create our shipment. So I'll just call that create shipment JSX. So once I have that, the same process applies. Create our function, then you do export default. But for now, I'll just remove this. Then I will then say return. Let's just do div and say create shipment modal. So now that we have exported it, so what you just need to do is just to go back to this place and then say, let's just do it in vertical order. Just do imports, create shipment modal, then we are good. Then I'll just export it. Still want this thing to be on a separate line, but refusing does not change anything to just for aesthetics. Let me see if you can see. Yeah, it's fine. Alright, so then we come here to the page to see if it is working as we want it to work. So I'll just say create shipment modal. Be sure it is working as I want it to work. So delete this. So let's see, let's check our page. It's working. You can see it's there, it's there, it's there, it's there, it's there. So now that we are sure, and let's leverage on a particular modal that we have created before, which is this. So all we just need to do is just to copy. But you see how we change it very soon. So let's just do some copy and paste. So if you have created it once, don't need to repeat yourself. Just leverage it. And if you know what you did in that first time, it will reinforce your knowledge of it when you use it second time. So let's just copy this since it will be parent components. So you must import the component that you use. So now that you are here, you need to start changing something. So you can see here you have these two elements, which is start modal and also set start modal. So now in this case it will be create shipment. Let's just say create shipment. Let's say create. Let's just say create, so that it will not contradict, it will not start interfering with this. Right, so I'll just copy this. See, the pattern is always the same, just this set that is always different. Just that set that is always different. So and this will be capital letter. So once you do that, you are good. So I'll just start changing it. So create modal, then this will be this, and see, so that you know by the time you even see me changing all this, then you know what will be changing. And then what do we need to change again? I think that should be all. 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 Alright, so now that we have been able to do that, let's just go ahead to link that up with our home page. Then we link it up with the services, not the services now, the shipment list. You know, don't forget that we have the button here. So then we should also do the implementation here. So let's just go ahead, just like we did for this. Let's just paste this. So I'll just duplicate this. You see how easy it is. So just replace this with this, and also replace this with this. Then initially it will be false because I don't want it to be open by default. Then once I've been able to do that, I will then pass these parameters to the function, to the particular component. You can see what I'm doing here. So I'll just do the same thing. You can see, and just even copy and paste. So I'm just doing the copy and paste so that you see patterns, and also you see how you can always reuse your code and see how, if you learn better that way, I think it can also help you to learn in a better way. Then I'll also set this. But please, when you copy and paste, be sure you do your assignment well, otherwise your code might start giving you some issues. Now that I've been able to do that, we also need to pass this set create modal to this shipment list so that we'll be able to open it. So now that I have this, I'll just copy this, then I'll come to my shipment list, the shipment list component, then I'll receive that component I'm passing to it from this place. So I'm passing the component from this place. So I'll receive it here, shipment list. So I'll receive it here. So set. So, and this button is what I want to use to pop up the modal. So I'll just set this to a function. And I'll say set create modal to true. That will make it to open. So I'll just save. Let me be sure it is working as I want it to work. So if I say add tracking, you can see it's opening up, but let me be sure it is not contradicting. You can see it's the same, but let me just see if I can change something here. Create shipment. I'll just say create shipment. Create shipment modal. Then I'll come in here and I'll say start shipment modal. So I'll save up Ctrl-KX. So once I've been able to do that, I'll come in here. You can see create shipment modal and stay start shipment modal, just to be sure that I'm not opening the same modal. Now that we have been able to do that, we can then jump right on it to create this particular. So just to add track product, create shipment, digitalize and decentralize supply chain management, receiver, date, distance, and price. Now let us jump right onto it by just coming in here to now start creating our components. So we are working from our wireframe now. So go to the start shipment. Now we are sure that it's working effectively. So we just go ahead to, we have the modal body now. So let's just go ahead to add the heading. To add the heading, so which we are going to be putting in a div. So you can see that we have the div already, and we are putting the text as a center. So you can see from the wireframe we have the heading tag. So let's go that again. Head 4. So I'll just say track products, create shipment. Shipment. So I'll also have a paragraph tag, so just to have some. So this is coming from the wireframe, digitalize and decentralize supply chain system. You can always correct it. If you can always change this to whatever you want to put it. But at least let's just put this as test. Test method is just to put some. I think this is suggesting something for us. So just to put some like muted, so instead of having this color showing like in good color like the others, it's keep it a bit in gray mode.